Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, Stampin' Friends. I am live here in my studio, so come on in. Let's do some stamping today. Let me get my comments up here. How are we this morning, friends? Hopefully, everyone is enjoying their Wednesday. It's bright and sunny and going to be super hot here in Pennsylvania. I heard like 95 today, which is crazy. So if you're on, come on in, give me some comments. Let me know that this is working okay. I did have to purchase a brand new computer. So I'm relearning how everything works, where everything is. I was trying to hold off as long as I could. And they started to have some back to school sales. And I was like, all right, yeah, I can save $350 on a new computer. So yesterday I took it down and I had the old computer and the new computer jive together from my Stampin' Geeks, which is it's so worth the money and the hassle to be like, here it is. Take everything from this computer and put it on this computer and everything will work beautifully. So good morning, Marcia and Joan and Lori. So happy to have you guys on this morning. Hopefully you all had a wonderful week. It's hump day now, so we're kind of on the downswing into yet another weekend. Last weekend, if you follow me on social, you notice that we tried to go away for kind of an impromptu weekend with our camper van Elmo. We went pretty well, but we did end up having to come home a day early because we were having some issues on the farm. So I know it is hot and it is dry in a lot of areas, especially for many of you. And many of you are dealing with the side effects of a hot and dry summer with all the fires that are in our country. So if you are in that area and you are experiencing some of the fire damage and issues, our prayers are for you guys. We are dealing with drought and extreme drought like we have not seen in many, many years. But yeah, fire is different. So my friend Terry just messaged, she has been evacuated and living in a hotel. And so thinking about you and praying for you, Terry. Sometimes she comes on our Facebook Live. So, and if any other of you are in that area, please stay safe. We'll be thinking about you. And pray for rain, y'all. Just pray for rain. We had a little bit of rain yesterday. We had a little bit this morning, but it's not quite enough. So we got Montana and we got Idaho. Yes, lots of friends from across the country. So what are we going to do today? Let's talk about stamping. So I am going to do the second class. So last Wednesday, I did my first pop-up class and showed you that one. This is the second pop-up class that I'm showing you. So a pop-up class are classes that we do just really quick. They are open for about a week. It's a class that has already been done associated with something else, and I do it quickly as a pop-up. I say we because these are tied in with my friend, my partner, Connie Heisey. So we do a Pampered Stamper Retreat, and we do 4 of those a year, and we offer optional classes at our retreat. They are in person or we have retreats to go. We always have optional classes that people can choose. And so after those retreats, look where the sun's coming. I have a lot of sun glaring on my face. So after the retreats, we will then take the optional classes and offer them as a quick pop-up. So if you missed out on the retreat, we have these classes come up as pop-ups. So we have a Thoughtful Journey pop-up. That's the one I did last week. And today we're doing Wildflower Designs. So it's a gorgeous, fun, full class that Connie created. And so hopefully I can do it justice. I did not create these cards or make them. I have everything cut and prepped, and I'm going to follow her instructions and hope that everything turns out okay. So these classes are available now through, I think, August 4th. The registration and information is in the description of this video. It also has gone out via my email marketing. So if you're on my email list, you got that information, and it's on my social media. So you can take one class, both classes, or you can bundle them together and save like $4. I think we have the 2 classes offered for $50. And then of course you do need to add shipping if you're not close. So each class is going to include the designer series paper, the pack of gems, the projects all cut and ready for you, and the tutorial. And then of course you have these videos as well. One thing to keep in mind is if the you will need to have the dies, right? So you'll need to have the dies to be able to cut. I'll have excuse me, I have the pieces and the parts that you need, but for this class, you will need to have the Wildflower Designs dies. The stamp set, you can bundle the stamp set together and get that as well, but definitely you will need to have the dies for this one. Okay, so any questions or not? All right, we got Mary Ellen. Oh, and did I say hi, Janet? Hi, Mary Ellen. So we have some friends on. Let's turn the camera around and let's get stamping. Okay, hopefully everything switched over okay. Like I said, I'm using a new computer, and so everything is laid out very, very differently. The one thing that I can say, it's super quiet and it's super fast. So yes for that. So Wildflower Designs is going to be found on page 40 and 41 of the annual catalog, and this is the bundle right here, the stamp set and the bundle. You will definitely need to have that, and then we're going to include the pack of designer series paper. And I don't know about these gems. The last I looked, they were sold out. So I'm not 100% sure if we are going to have these gems or not. I will substitute something equal if I cannot get these gems in time. Okay. So here is the gorgeous paper. This was one that I grabbed the paper right away, but I did not grab the bundle until I saw the dies. And once I saw the dies in action, I was like, yes, ma'am, I will have those. And here is the other side of that pack of paper. So you'll get the whole pack of designer series paper and the gems in your class. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention is my monthly my monthly make and take class will be focusing on this exact same. It's totally different cards, but it will be focusing on this exact same DSP and bundle. So when I fall in love with it, I fall in love with it. And I'm going to use it all the time. Okay, so let's get crack-a-lackin' here and see if I can create these cards that Connie did. All right, so here's our first. This is a fun fold class, and I know so many of you love, love, love fun folds. And so this is the first one that we're going to create. Then, of course, you'll have this video to refer to, and you'll also have the tutorial as well. All righty, so we have got some Moody Mauve, some basic white, and some espresso. I'm going to grab my Simply Scored here, and it looks like we are going to fold this one in half. So I'm going to do a quick score at 4 1/4. Fold that one in half. And then our basic white, we need to do in half as well. So that should be 4 1/4 and should be 2 1/8. But you don't really have to have the score lines, right? Because basically you're just going to fold your card in half. Scoring sometimes just makes it go a little bit smoother. Fold that in half, and then you'll fold that back on top of itself. So you don't necessarily need to have scoring instructions. You're just going to do like a Z fold card or Z fold on that one. Now it looks like we need to do a little bit of die cutting here. And all right, now I need to think about how we did this. Okay, so what I can say here, okay, we're going to go this way. So I'm going to add a little bit of that designer series paper here on this end. Come on, you got to work with me here. Wake up, adhesive. Okay, so we've got that. Then we're going to do some stamping. So we'll just take one of these little flowers here, just right down there in the corner. Oh, my Moody Mauve is very juicy today. So juicy. Okay, now did I not cut this out? How did I get, oh, that's the center of this one. Oh, okay, now I'm figuring it out. So we're going to add this paper, designer series paper, to the front of our espresso card base. And then we need to do a little die cutting. Now I'm getting my groove on here. Like I said, this is my friend Connie's class, so I did not make these. So this is the first time I'm going through it with you, friends. Okay, let's make sure we have all our pieces here. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. These, can that get mounted on there? That's going to go here, making sure I got everything correct for you all. And let me go ahead and grab, I've got this panel. That's good. We've got this panel. All right. I think we just need to cut. We need to cut a hole right through there. This is why I was telling you, you need to have these dies, right? So let's grab that. Let's see which die it is here. Look at all the little fun pieces I keep cutting out, and they make the insides of each other. So I keep saving them because I think this is going to be, I'm going to use them, right? I'm going to use them somewhere along the line. Now, this feels like that's going to get cut there. Okay, I think I've got it. By George. All right. Hello, Karen. Hey, Donna. We got Susie. All right, friends. Glad to have you all on with me. So we're going to take our front. Okay, we have that paper on, and we are going to run that die through. So this is the one that has like a little etching there on the edge. So this is, I think, the smallest one. Let's double check ourselves. Yep, it's going to be the smallest one from that set. And so if I mess up, you guys are right here with me to see it live. That's exciting, right? Let's see if Jody can screw this up this morning. Okay. Oh, just cracked my knuckle. Okie dokie, artichokes. Pop this one out. Okay, there's our little hole. Now we're going to take this one and just layer that right around, kind of frame that, right? So let's grab some green glue for that. I'm digging the green glue. What dies are these? Susie's asking. The Wildflower Designs bundle. Yes, you looked over it too, didn't you? I sure did at the very beginning. Loved the paper, grabbed the paper right away, but I was like, another flower. I don't really need it. And then I saw the dies and I was like, hello. And Connie did this class at our retreat, and let's get that green glue moving here. And then, yeah, I was like, definitely need a little bit of pressure here this morning. But yeah, I was like, okay, I'm sold. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit of green glue on there and frame that. If you had adhesive sheets, you could totally add those. But a little bit of green glue, little dab will do you, right? Okay, so now I like the green glue for this, especially because I can kind of move it. I have some wiggle room, right? It doesn't dry right away. Okay, lay that down there. I think I'm good so far. Okay, so there's our card front. Now this panel needs to come and attach in here. Okay, and I'm also thinking that perhaps this is cut bigger than it needed to be. So let me look. All right, I'm not going to trim it down, but it's going to slide right inside here. I actually, you know what? I am going to trim it down. I'm going to trim just a little edge right off there. I think it's going to be okay. Because I don't want it sticking out the end here. We're going to see if I screw it up. You'll be the first to know. Yeah, see, I don't want the white sticking out there. So just did a little bit of, just a little smidge of a trim right there. Okay, so we'll add this to the inside of our card now. So, and if you're just joining in, hello, we are doing a fun fold class. And if you are catching the replay, hello, replay friends. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so we're going to get that inside there. Got a little adhesive goop down there. I can get rid of that. Okay, so this is how it's going to close. Okay, so far so good, right? Now we're going to take this little piece here and we're going to put that right inside and we're going to only attach right there. So I'm going to take my green glue and I'm only putting adhesive right through that little hole. Add this designer series paper in there. So again, this class is available and you will need to have the dies because this is just stuff I can't do ahead for you, right? Okay, if you did the coffee break retreat in a box that Connie and I did, Pampered Stamper coffee break retreat in a box, this class was one of the optional classes. And then the class I showed you yesterday was the other optional class. Okay, so it's going to open this way. How am I doing so far? I look correct. Okay. Actually, you probably could even use that one, right? Look at that. You have two pieces now to do something. You could use that piece on something else. Just glue it down. Okay. What is like, oh, it's this. I'm like, I keep getting fuzz everywhere. Alrighty. So it's going to fit through like this. Now we're going to take this and we're going to stamp our sentiment on there. So we're going to use You've Been on My Mind. She should have put them on a block for me this morning. None of my sentiments are on blocks. Oh my goodness. Feels like a Monday. Hold please. Alrighty. I am a little bit flustered because, well, not flustered. I don't want to say flustered. I'm not really flustered. Yesterday, I thought I had everything all prepped and ready. So I was like, oh, good. You did good. You prepped that last week. No big deal. But yesterday I had a fun day because my niece is here. So my niece is here from New Jersey and she came and hung out with me yesterday. We did some errands. We did some fun. We had lunch. Oops, that's the wrong one. We had lunch. We went and got some ice cream and then we came back and I put her little butt to work. She cut out 25 of the little tiny plants from the Attention Shoppers. I'm using them on for my team cards. And I was like, oh, I need to cut these and color these. Do you want to do it? And she's like, yes. So I gave her my blends. My niece is super, super artistic. And she was like, so here's what she said to me. You guys will appreciate this. I said, do you like to color? And she's like, yeah. And I said, do you want to color these for me? And she's like, yeah. Do you have like good markers? And I was like, girl, you know I have good markers. I got the alcohol markers. And she was like, oh, they're the best. So I thought that was so funny. She's about to turn 15 this fall. But she was like, do you have like good markers? I'm like, of course I do. And I trust you and love you enough that I am going to, that's a little low, but we're going to make it happen. I trust you and love you enough that I am going to let you use my good markers. So she colored a bunch for me and then she created some fun things with the Attention Shopper bundle. So I am a little behind, I guess is what I'm getting at. I didn't have all of this prepared quite like I planned. All right, so this is going to go here. Okay, is that going to work for us? I think so. I'm going to stick that right there. Okay. But I'm not sure now if it's going to stick out too much. Let me decide what I want to do here. I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, it's going to work. I just know it. I just know it. Because if it don't, I'm making it work anyway. It's very, very bad English I just used there for you guys. I'm so sorry. If it don't, okay. Let's see if it works. Yes, it do. It just slides right through there. Yay! Good job, Jody. All right, let's see if you can do the rest of these cards. A little more adhesive there to keep that. And then you can just put your gems on wherever it works. And you have a nice area to write some sentiment. Okay, so there is fun fold numero uno. All right, next up is this one. So this is using a big long piece of the paper. It's a big long card there. So what do we need to do for this one? Okay. Oh, Lordy. Okay. This one doesn't have scores. Oh, sorry. I'm reading notes while I'm doing this live. Reading notes to myself. So we're going to take the Wild Wheat cardstock and we're going to fold that like we did the last one. Fold it in half so that makes a regular size card. Then we're going to fold that front back on itself. Okay, so that's again just another Z fold card. And all the dimensions come in the tutorial, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so there's what we got. That's our card base. Now we need to do our designer series paper. I'm running out of space. Okay, hold on. Let's find some room here. So I'm going to score my designer series paper. Now, one thing that you do need to keep in mind is the pattern of your paper. Okay, so you want to keep in mind whenever you're cutting it, which way your flowers are going. So for this one, for instance, the flowers go a little bit to the side, which is not a big deal. Because you're only going to see just a little tiny bit of it, but do keep that in mind whenever you're cutting whichever pattern you want to see the most. Make sure that your flowers are going the correct way. So we're going to score at 3.5. And if you have a Simply Scored tool, make sure that you are using the fat end of the stylus, because that helps a little bit to keep your paper from tearing, because we don't want to score too heavy, right? So we're going to score at 3.5. and 7 and 11. Oh, where to put this? All right, so let's look at our card here. So this little panel is going to fold back just a smidgy. Okay, then this one goes this way. And this one goes this way. And then you can just make those creases nice and crisp. Okay, so there we are. It'll look like this. Now we are going to take let's go ahead and glue this one down. So we'll just attach that flap right down like that. And we're going to add, let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Yep. Okay, so this panel here should be even, if that's making sense. Okay, so we should have that little bit of border around each side. So we can take and only add adhesive to this flap right here. You do want to be careful that you are not going over the edges. Okay, so just adhesive kind of in the middle of that, enough to hold that DSP. And then we can take it and just lay it down. So we have about 1/4 inch border on all of the edges. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo. You like it? You love this paper, but you don't know why. I think it's because it's pretty, Lori. Are you talking specifically about the mustard color? Maybe. It does. It really does make you. Are we going to use one of them? There's one in here that I really do like when they add the certain colors in, like the espresso and the moody mauve and white. Like I was like, oh, it really does turn out very, very well. Now what we're going to do is I have these cut ahead of time. So we're going to attach this to our front. We're only going to do adhesive like from the middle. Make sure a little bit here, but this is going to stick over. So careful when you're putting that adhesive on, right? You want to know which side. So I do not want adhesive there. So I'm going to go dot, dot, not a lot. Easy peasy. Little goes a long way. All the little euphemisms we say using the green glue. Because we don't want it gushing all over the place on us, right? So we're going to line that up in the middle. Give it a little bit of time to stick. Oh, there's a little goosh right there. Oh, no, that's a flower. I thought it was gooshing out a little. It's not. Okay, so there's that one. Now, there's going to be another one here. So we're going to do the same thing with the more, I want to call more mustard. Holy guacamole, showing my stamping age. You guys remember that color, right? That was one of the colors when I first started. More mustard. This one's wild wheat. I got to get it right. Okay. A little bit. I'm with you, Joan. A little bit. Oops, I lost my train of thought here. Okay, here we go. Line this one up in the middle. I'm going to hold it for a little bit while it sticks down. Good morning, Sharon. Oh, who said it feels like 70s and 80s wallpaper? Lori. Yeah, the mustard and mustards and greens and rust, right? I remember that was our kitchen when I was growing up as a kid. Olive, espresso, rust. All right. Let's get some ink sap here. And do some stamping. Let me think of what I'm doing here. Let me think for a minute. I've got these two. I don't know where you go. You might just be an extra that's floating around. So I have these 3 pieces here. And I don't need you yet. All right. So let's do, I know what I'm doing. Going crazy. All right, we're going to stamp this one here in the center. I did that in the moody mauve. My friend Lynn called that pukey pink. It cracked me up. All right, and then we'll do this one in the wild wheat. And then we need to have a sentiment. So that's going to go on this big one. And I think I'm going to do a little flower down here in the corner. Don't need you anymore. Slide to the left. And now I'm missing the stamp I just used. I know I moved it out of the way. Oh, we got to clean that one. Okay, sorry about that. It's in brown, and I don't want it to be in espresso. Oh, okay. It's coming along. I think I'm going to put that. All right, what do you guys think? Opinion time. Should I do that on dimensionals? Should I have a little dimension up underneath of it, or should it go flat with this frame? What are you thoughts on that one? Pop-Tarts or no? This one for sure is going to go flat because it's on the inside of the card, and I don't want that being too thick. So we're just going to line this one up inside here. Fit that back in the puzzle piece it came out of. And then on the back, that's going to be where we sign it and send it. And then I also have this little bit of DSP here. So there were just some little pieces laying around. So why not utilize them, right? Why not use them? Just pull in a little bit more of the Moody Mauve color. Okay. All right, raise it up, y'all said. Raise the roof. Let's do it to it, Mountain Dew. Okay, a couple little Pop-Tarts here. And we are almost done with card number 2. Okay, so there we are. I did it. Whoo! It's so pretty. All right, there is project number 2. Got to get some more room here. Okay, now number 3 coming up. We're going to switch colors. We're going to go with some blues, some Mystic Moonlight. And let's see what we need to do with this one. First, you need to clean some stamps. Don't want to be mixing our colors, and then it will be muddy mauve. And everything that I'm using is all from the same bundle. So the stamps and the dies, but you could change out your sentiments. You could definitely use any type of sentiments. Debbie said she had to buy this paper just because it was paper, right? I don't care what it looks like. You just show me paper and I'm going to be like, yes, if you said it was paper, then yes, I need to have it. Don't care what it looks like. Just give me the paper. All right, so here is, I think this is like a modified, maybe a buckle card, it might have been called at one time. So we've got our Misty Moonlight here, and we need to score it at 4 1/4. Uh-oh, what did I do with my scoring tool? Oh, here we are. I don't have a lot of room, so I'm laying stuff all over the place. You do want to make sure that you are scoring the right side. So it is 5 1/2 by 6 1/2. So we're going to score at, right? I want to score this side at, what did we say? 4 1/4. So that's just going to fold like that. And that becomes your card base. Okay, that's pretty easy. Pretty easy peasy. Now we have a little bit of DSP, which I'm not sure why I cut this paper. I don't like it. It's too blue. I don't know what I was thinking. I might not have any more. That might be what I was thinking. But that's all right. We're going to make it happen, Captain. We're going to just we're going to go with it. We're going with the blues. You'll have the whole pack of paper, so you guys can decide what pattern you want to cut, right? So let's go ahead and add this to the front, that little front panel. Good morning, Cindy Lake from Utah. It's a little early for you. Let's go this way. Hope things are well. We're getting ready to come see you soon. All right, next step is we've got our white. So that's going to be our inside panel. And let's take some Misty Moonlight ink and do a little flower power down here in the corner. There we go. I am so excited too. So my friend Cindy is on. She's from Utah. I try to hook up with her if I can when we go out to Utah to visit. But she does her retreats in Idaho. And we're getting ready. My friend Debbie and I are getting ready to go hang out with her and go to her retreat in Idaho. So, so excited. All right. So there's our card. Ooh, who cut that? They were drinking, but that's okay. Nobody's going to know except you because I just told you. All right. We're going to add this panel here. Okay. So it'll look like this. Sometimes my eyes are changing, you guys. As I get older, my eyeballs are not quite as good as they used to be. Oh, sugar booger. It's okay. We're going to be all right because what I need to do, I skipped a step. Thank goodness you guys are not crafting along with me because we need to take this Misty Moonlight piece and we need to do a score so that we can create the buckle. Okay, so pretend I did not glue that down. Reverse. Let's put our score in. I was just chatting and moving right along, getting too excited about going to Idaho. 2 3/4. We're going to score that. Okay, so now we just need to tuck it up, which actually I have a lot of glue on there. So I'm going to trim it down. You'll be fine because now you learned from my mistake. So you won't have to worry. Add a little adhesive on here. Tuck that under there. They're not going to know. No one is going to know. Haha, see? No one will know. They won't know. Now, I have that cut out ahead of time. That's in Misty Moonlight as well. So I'm going to add that to the front of my buckle. I'm kind of lining that up so the points are in the center of my card. Okay, so there you are. Ta-da! Now, I already ahead of time did a little stamping and a little cutting. So let's add some poppies on here. Yep, Mary says this paper reminds her of wallpaper too. Yeah, I think we all must have had the same grandma with the same wallpaper. Trends, right? When it goes out and comes right back in again. So I colored these with some blends. So little Old Olive, little Moody Mauve, some more Old Olive here. And then a little Misty. No, actually, you guys, I did not use Misty. What did I use? Boho Blue. I did a little Boho Blue. I'm going to bring this down just a smidge. And then this can hover right there, I think. Looking good in the neighborhood. A little adhesive there, just a dollop. Come on, Daisy. Okay, so there is little buck, little. That's what we're going to talk about next. Hanging swag late, she said. Okay, now you can add your gems wherever you want. You could also do your sentiment here. Your sentiment could go right inside here. You wouldn't have to put a sentiment on the front. I'm going to just do, yeah, let's do our thank you. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so that was card number 4. So now we have one more to go. This is the original. This is Connie's original. And honestly, I do like this paper more on there because it just pops a little bit. And why I didn't cut that one, I have zero idea unless I'm out of that paper. But I don't think I am because I think I have a full pack. So yeah, I definitely like the brown. What do you guys think? Definitely digging the brown. She also then put a piece inside here. That's designer series paper. It's almost like a linen look. So you can take your DSP and add that inside there as well. Okay, maybe now I might know why I did that, because I may have just used the leftover from this card is what I'm guessing. So we're going to do this one. We have Misty Moonlight for our card base. And have no fear, friends. The instructions, the dimensions to cut and score will be in the tutorial. If you guys just want the tutorial, you can just grab that. You can, if you have all the things and you're like, I just want the tutorial, lady, just give me that. Yes, you can actually do that. Just grab the tutorial. So the link will actually be in the description of this video, and it will all be sent out email and also on my socials. So we're going to take this piece of paper and we're going to do some scoring. So we're going to take, it is 11 and a half, make sure I'm correct, 11 and a half by 5 1/4. And we are going to score at 3 3/4, 6 3/4, and 9 3/4. And we're going to do again, just kind of accordion that DSP. So let's fold this way, then this way, then this way. Oopsie, hello. Make sure they're all nice and flat so you can see there how your accordion is going to work. Making sense? Okay. So this panel here, that back panel, we can add to our Misty Moonlight card base. This is a great way to use the DSP because you can see both sides of it. And some of our DSPs are so beautiful. I call it the guilt paper, right? That you just don't get to see both sides. You're always feeling guilty that you covered up a pretty side. Okay, so there we are. Let's see what else we got here. This little piece in here, we're going to stamp a flower, kind of like we did the last time. Oh, I have idea. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe not. Oh, do I not have that one? Maybe I don't have it. Well, I was just thinking it'd be pretty to like stamp them like a little bit stamped off. Yeah? Oh, yes, Jody, that was a great idea. Nice thinking, lady. Nice thinking. Put this right on the inside here. Okay, so now you're able to write your sentiment. Now we're going to do that layer up. So like we did the last time, we're going to add that frame, and we only want to be on the half. So again, the green glue is always our friend. Oh, hello, green glue's ready now. She's ready to gush. I had it hanging upside down, I think. Okay, so just let it rest just a couple. You do have time, which is nice. That's what I like about the green glue. You have a little time to kind of shift it and slide it a bit. Okay, so we don't want any adhesive on there, right? Or it's going to glue our card shut, and then we're in big trouble. Same with this piece here, but the nice thing is you can just put your adhesive right inside there and add this piece in. So if you're just joining me, this is a Wildflower Design pop-up class. Registration's open through August 4th. I did the class last week and this week. Thoughtful Journeys last week, Wildflower Designs this week. These were part of our coffee break, Creative Escape. So if you purchased the coffee break, you had the chance to get these, but not everybody did. So we're doing a second offering. And You will need to have the Wildflower Designs dies for this class. That is faux show. All righty. Now we're going to add a couple poppies here. Another one here. I want a mini on there. Yep, I do. Yep, I do. Just right there. Like, ooh, right there. That'll work. Just a little dimensional there. Then we got a couple flowers hanging here. A little mini dimensional. So pretty. Okay, now we're going to do our thank you on this one, just on some scrap paper. And the dreaded fussy cut. And this is now like you guys watching paint dry while I fussy cut my thank you. Some people like to, some do not. It's fine. If it ain't your thing, chicken wing, you don't have to do it. You can just stamp it on that scrap paper and cut it evenly, you know? It doesn't have to be fussy. Fussy is getting harder, I said, as I get older. Like my eyeballs don't quite work like they used to. Them bifocal babes, you know what I'm talking about. There's a couple of stamp sets that had dies that actually do this for you. This is clearly not one of them. But it does make a different look, which is kind of cool. We're all about changing it up, right? Trying different things. Okay, now some dimensionals on there. And this is where those little bitties really do come in handy. Sometimes you even need to just cut them in half. Okay, and again, I didn't put gems on these. You can add the gems. You will get the gems in your kit, so you can add them wherever you choose. There we go, and it looks like I need one more right here. Sneak that right under there. Okay, so gems as desired. Hey, Anne. Hey, Joanne. Hello, so glad to have you guys. Okay, so that you guys are joining in and we're just ending our class, but that's okay. You can always go back and watch the replay, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at this Fun Fold class. This again is available through August 4th. See what all we made. You will get the tutorial that tells you how to do everything. You're going to get the pack of designer series paper. You'll get the gems, the supplies to create the cards. You just do need to have the dies so that you can cut those pieces. So there's one card. Here's the second one. Number 3, really utilizing that designer series paper. Really using that. And you see both sides, which is very cool. No more guilt. You see both sides. And then here is your final one. Okay, so hopefully you love that. This is the Wildflower Designs. Let me show you the other class that we did last week. And you can get one class, you can get both classes, and if you get both classes, you do save. So we have a bundle. So this is your Fun Fold from last week, the Thoughtful Journeys. It includes the designer series paper and the gems. Lots of Z folds. We're loving the Z folds. Another card that really showcases both sides of that designer series paper. And then this one, not a fun fold, but yet still cool, right? Okay, so we have those two, again, DSP, gems, tutorial supplies included. So my friends, thank you so much. Hold up. You guys like sneak peeks, right? I know I'm talking to my friends whenever I'm like, hey, do you guys want some sneak peeks? And everyone's like, yes, I always want a sneak peek. So tomorrow is August. Holy crap balls, y'all. Tomorrow is August 1st. August 5th, we'll release my monthly Creative Escape class. I do this with my friend Connie. Every month we have a monthly Creative Escape, and we are using the bundle from Online Exclusives, and I cannot think of what it's called, but it's something with the leaves, and it's got the hybrid. Hold on, let me just get it. Changing leaves. So this is going to be, I knew you guys like sneaky peeks, especially if you're my subscribers. You want a sneaky peek of what's coming. So sending leaves, that is what we're going to be using. It is a bundle with a hybrid embossing folder. And here are the projects that you guys are going to make. So registration will open shortly on the 5th. Okay. So the Iconic Celebrations Designer Series paper, the new vanilla ribbon is going to come in your kit. And then you'll have everything else you need to create these gorgeous projects. I don't know if you can see how 3D those leaves really are. They are like smack you in the face, real looking. Aren't they cool? So you get everything that you need to create these cards, 2 of each card. Okay. And then you'll of course get the tutorial, the ribbon, the paper, and yeah. And if you're a subscriber, oh, you should look at that one right side up. If you're one of my subscribers, I always give you a bonus project. So you'll have an extra 5th project on your tutorial. So to become a subscriber, it is a one button, easy button. You become a subscriber. Each month your card is automatically charged and you get the Creative Escape sent right to you. So what are the benefits of being a subscriber? You are going to get the class at a discount every single month. It's $5 less each month. You're going to get a bonus project with your tutorial, and you're also going to get a little swag bag of goodies every 6 months. So that's a benefit of being one of my subscribers. So if you're interested or need more information, just comment subscriber or subscribe, and I'll make sure to get you the link to give you all some more information. So you can become a subscriber by the 15th of the month in order to get the changing leaves. You can cancel at any time, but why would you? You're saving money every single month, getting a bonus project and getting goodies every 6 months. So really, really good idea. Now, if you're not ready to be a subscriber, no big thing. You can just purchase the class. Okay. It's easy as that. When registration comes out, just grab the class. You're good to go. All right. So that is the Changing Leaves sneaky peek of what's coming up on August 5th. So check your inboxes for that. If you are already a monthly Creative Escape subscriber, you're already going to get it. It's already going to come to you. All right, my loves, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Have a wonderful week. If you are anywhere near where all the fires are, stay safe. We love you. We don't want anything to happen to you. Do whatever they tell you, right? Let's just keep praying that everything settles back into normal. We get some rain, we get some cooler weather. All those people that are out there fighting these massive firefighters, we're thinking about them for sure. All right, friends, love y'all. And I'll see you next week, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Bye, guys.